Howdy there, come on in. Hey farmer, how's it going? The day has finally come then, huh? Well, you know I've been looking forward to it. Now that you've got the land all cleaned up, it's time to get the structures up. And that is my area of expertise. If you need it, I can build it. I know you've mentioned you've got a general idea of what you're looking for and how you want the layout. And as eager as I am to get building, I don't want you jumping into things without considering all the angles first, you know? So we'll just start with a few consultations. First thing is we'll go through the catalog here, and you can review what all structures I can get built for you, as well as a breakdown of everything required to get them up. Alright? Perfect. Now, I know we've done a few home repairs and updates already, so you're no stranger to the process. But outbuildings can be a bit of a different beast altogether. But don't you worry, we'll work through it together. Alright, so for a basic structure, something you'll likely need, as you've been collecting all your equipment, sheds. I've got two variations of sheds here that you can choose from. The first is a standard shed, good sized and fully enclosed. You can use it for anything from a storage to a tool house to a workshop. Whatever you need as you start getting things up and running on the farm. The cost for this one is 300 wood planks and 15 kg. The next version of this I have to show you is basically the same as the standard, but it's doubled in size. The larger the size, obviously, the more utility you can get out of it. It really depends what all on you're planning to do and how much space you'll need if you think this one will be good for you or not. Since it is a larger structure, it needs more material. 20 kg, 550 planks, 300 stone cuts. Okay? The next of the structures for you are our selection of coops. We have 3, and going from the smallest to the largest, we have the standard coop, the big coop, and the deluxe coop. The small coop can keep 4 coop dwelling critters, and it'll run you 4 kg, 300 planks, and 100 stone. The big coop can hold 8 animals, and it also features a built-in incubator, which is pretty imperative if you're going to hatch out your own chicks or ducks or otherwise. It'll run you 10 kg, 400 wood, and 150 stone. Lastly, we have the deluxe coop, which can hold up to 12 animals and comes with the incubator as well. In addition, it features an auto feed system, and it's set up for rabbit hutches also. It will run you 20 kg, 500 wood, and 200 stone. Similarly, we have 3 styles of barn which you can choose from as well. The standard barn can hold 4 animals, will cost you 6 kg, 350 wood, and 150 stone. The big barn can hold 8 animals, and it comes with a birthing stall. So if you're looking to breed your own livestock down the road, it is an optimal choice. It'll cost 12 kg, 450 wood, and 200 stone. And lastly, the deluxe barn can hold 12 animals and comes with an auto feed system. Similarly to the deluxe coop, it will run you 25 kg, 550 wood, and 200 stone. Moving on from those, I'd like to also make sure you know about the stable. You mentioned you were looking into purchasing a horse in the near future. So this is the best option to accommodate that once you get one. It's a single stall stable with adequate shelter as well as a trough for both hay and water. There's no auto feed system, but as you mentioned, your horse will mostly be free ranged, correct? And grazing, yeah. Right, so I think this system would fit your needs nicely. It's a hardy structure, so materials are a little sturdier. It'll cost 10 kg, 100 planks of hardwood, and 5 iron bars. Oh yeah, this thing will be standing for generations. For further structures you may want for the benefit of your animals, I can also build you a silo. It's an optimal storage system for feed. I know you've been processing your own cut grasses and baling them in the field. So this would give you a far more efficient option in recycling that grass into feed from your property. It'll only run you 100 G, 100 stone, and 10 watts of clay, and 5 copper bar. Yes, it's not a very expensive structure, but you'll find that it'll improve your quality of life tremendously. And on a similar note to that, I know you've been expanding your gardens, so you know how important water access is. The water tables have already been assessed on your property, and lucky for you, you could build a well or two basically anywhere you'd like. It'll make it much easier when it comes time to watering crops, or if you need to fill up any of the animal troughs manually. They'll run you 1 kg and 75 stone each. Speaking of water now, I know it's something you've only been thinking over, but I wanted to show you that we do have blueprints to manufacture a fish pond, specifically designed to breed and harvest fish. This model is especially beneficial in cultivating and harvesting roe. Right, this blueprint was actually created by the Fish and Hatchery Association of Fern Islands. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating, right? Just something to think about. It would be 5 kg, 200 stone, 5 bundles of seaweed, and about 5 buckets of green algae. And the final building I think that might interest you is a mill. These mills allow you to mill wheat, beets, and rice. It's 2.5 kg, 50 stone, 150 wood, and 4 rolls of fabric. For the sails, yes, it's entirely wind powered, but you can also operate it manually. Yes, there are a few other buildings in the manual, though I don't think they will necessarily fit the vision you have for your property based on everything that we've discussed. But we can review them if you'd like. This here is a slime hutch. It's a very large structure, and it's also very expensive to make. As your trips to the mines have made you well aware, it takes a lot of reinforcement to keep those buggers locked up tight. The hutch is if you're interested in incubating slime eggs and harvesting slime balls. The hutch itself can accommodate up to 20 slimes, and they reproduce very quickly. The hutch would cost you 10 kg, 500 stone, 10 refined bars of quartz, and 1 bar of iridium. Yes, like I said, it's a very high bar of entry to get into slime farming, which is why there aren't many small-time slime farmers, and it's mostly regulated through companies like JoJo and other big agricultural producers. And on this page here are a selection of a few different types of cabins: stone, log, and plank. Yes, these are relatively easy to build, and that's because they're heavily subsidized by the Valley's Agricultural Fund. These will be necessary if you were to hire on full-time farm hands, or even if you wanted to set up space for agro-tourism. That's become pretty popular lately, believe it or not. They'll each only cost you 100 G and a handful of materials, 10 stone, wood, or fiber, respectively. It's something you can keep in mind for later down the road. I know you've mentioned you want to take time working mostly solo as possible. Then, of course, you can order additional shipping bins for 250 and 150 wood if yours gets damaged, or if you'd like more than one for whatever reason. But that is basically all I have to show you today. Yeah, I know it's a lot. Like I said, I don't want you just jumping into things without thinking it over and giving it all its due consideration. It's good to see that land back into production, so I want to help you get it set up as perfectly as you can dream. So you take this catalog home with you and you look it over. Walk around your property, see how best you'd like to lay things out. I even recommend staking off certain sections to match the dimensions of the buildings you're thinking of, to better help you visualize and see how their presence will shape the flow of your property. It's important stuff, so take your time. If you need any help, have any questions, you know where to find me, or I can always pop over. Once you have a good idea about what buildings you're wanting, just give me a call or come on by and we'll draw up some blueprints for the area with those included so we can get a bigger physical picture and get the ball rolling. All right? Perfect. You need anything else from me today? All right, sounds good. Be safe wandering back now, you hear? Alright, I'll see you soon.